Shao woman Chaiting Bin is Pacific House people. His wife Kim, barren, and particularly envy. Chaiting Bin with 120 money to buy a concubine. Kim brutally abused her, and after a year, the concubine died. Chaiting Bin Kim angrily leave, spent several months alone, do not enter the door of Guinness. One day, it is Chaiting Bin birthday. Kim said the apology, then respectfully salute, birthday celebration to her husband. Chaiting Bin, the couple and Mrs. Good, Kim in the bedroom furnishings banquet, invite her husband to come to drink. Chaiting Bin said he was drunk, not decline. Kim dressed up in person to places where only Chaiting Bin, said I sincerely waiting for you all day, even if you're drunk, please have another drink and then go. Chaiting Bin into the room, Kim drinking and chatting. Kim calmly gently said some time ago accidentally kill that girl, especially now regret why you will therefore hold a grudge, linking the couple's mutual affection are not made of it in the future, please don't have several concubine, I will not say, a gossip. Chaiting Bin happier, seeing the candles burn, to stay in the inner chamber to sleep. Since then, the couple beloved as ever. Kim shouted to the matchmaker, entrusted her husband looking beautiful woman, but secretly do not delay letting matchmaker. She pretended to urge reminders. This went on for more than a year. Chaiting Bin impatient, asked friends and family to help identify times to buy, has finally been adopted daughter of the Lin family. Kim see the forced female, showing very fond of the way two people eat and drink together. Kim's jewelry cosmetics make women choose to use any of the forest, but Lin Yan women are people, not doing needlework, in addition to embroidered, other needlework others are required to do. Kim said our family has always been thrifty, unlike the princely house, by a woman when painting children to see, so bring satin, Lin female school clothes, like a strict teacher taught his disciples the same. Initially just scolded, and then they started whipping. Chaiting Bin see this situation, broke our heart, I could not think of ways to save. However, Kim Lin female redoubled love than before, often personally give her dress up, apply talcum powder rouge, but a little heel slightly wrinkled, beat her feet with an iron bar hair a little messy, it is pumping her face. Lin cannot stand the abuse of women, hanged to death. Chaiting Bin miserable sad eyes, very resentful of Kim. Kim angry said I tune it for you lady, what is sin? Then Chaiting Bin Kim was seen through the treacherous, so the two turned his face, cut off contacts between husband and wife. Chaiting Bin people secretly renovated villa in a nice house, by a beautiful woman living alone. Feel another 6 months, I did not find the ideal beauty. A chance to attend a friend's funeral and saw a girl of 16 or 17, eye-catching looks Guangayan, Chaiting Bin good eye beads and stared, I can see God. Girl to see him so stupid stare at myself, feeling very strange, I do not cast aside long turn eyes at him. Chaiting Bin asked people to know that this girl's surname Shao. Girl's father was a poor scholar, only such a daughter, a child is very smart, her education, never forget, especially likes to read medical books and physiognomy of a class book. Father doted on her, someone to mention marriage, let her choose her own decisions, but whether the poor wealthy family, she did not fancy, it has not been betrothed to 17. Chaiting Bin learned these circumstances, no way to get to know the girl, but at heart still thinking about it, her family wants to poverty, might be able to use the money to impress. Matchmaker to find a few to negotiate, no one would dare matchmaker. Chaiting Bin also grey heart, did not dare to expect. Gia suddenly there is a woman, because selling beads come Chaiting Bin. Chaiting Bin Shao woman to marry the idea of telling her, and gave a lot of money. Gia Po, said you just look at me to convey sincerity, things are not, I will not blame you if there is hope, take daughter, expense. Gia Po map he was rich, so I agreed. Gia Po came Zia Shao Gia, intentionally engaged in small talk and ramble Shao's wife. Shao saw the woman, pretending surprise appearance exclaimed, pretty good girl if elected to the Shaoyang hospital, and that one of the best mermaid sisters can do, asked, who is her husband's family? Shao's wife replied no husband's family. Gia Po said, such a beautiful lady. Princes do not need to worry. Shao's wife sighed and said, do not expect to marry princely family, as long as a rating seed. Also very good, my little friend. Over and over again to pick 10 to be elected on a no. Do not know how she thinks, Jia, and she said, lady, do not worry, so beautiful girl. I do not know under what pre-existence repair you saw a man to be able to marry her. I yesterday met a much laughing matter, Mr. surnamed K, who said, in the cemetery on the edge of a home, Miss Sankandeo, your home, is willing to pay the dowry. That daughter not fainted out wants to eat it. I have long been afraid to say, the old woman scolded meal. Shao wife listened with a smile, did not answer. Jia posed a just scholar in her home. If the matter is difficult, accounting of other people, lost a foot to give 10 feet. This thing really can be considered. After listening to his wife, Shao did not speak or smile. Jia woman clapping her hands and said, if this thing really became, for me, the old woman is also uneconomical. I often suffer. Lady love, enter the room. She kept her talking, the daughter of a tea pouring. If you get the dowry, go horseback ride, embroidered back buildings cock, another door. When my old woman, janitor, would scold me. Shao's wife heard these words, thought for a moment, then got up and went into the back room. He went to speak with her husband after a child, a daughter named again in the past, and after a while, 3 people came out together. Shao's wife smiled and said, this girl really strange. How many good people are failing to appreciate her giving a wife willing to go down. I am afraid to be ridiculed. Scholars. Jia woman said, if the door after the birth of a son, that the great lady would not do anything, and then he told Chaiting Bin intend to work with the wife, live separately. Shao's wife heard more happy. His daughter called me and said, you and Jia grandmother talk about this thing is your own advocate. Do not regret it, so blame the parents. Shao girl said shyly, parents happily secure enjoying their later years, raising a girl even if they're relied on. Moreover, I see myself Ming Bao, if you find a noble family, is bound 2 years of life lost, little by little tortured, not necessarily a blessing. Last seen Lang Chai is also Fuxiang. Children and grandchildren must have prosperity. Jia heard this woman very happy, even Britain as soon as possible to go and run reports. Chaiting Bin. Chaiting Bin, overjoyed to hear the news, immediately supplied thereafter daughter, put on traveling, the Shao woman to marry Villa, the servant who did not dare tell Kim. Female Chaiting Bin Shao said, you're this way, just as the swallows to nest in the curtains, will not be considered precarious. Do not let others speak. I hope things do not get out that you might as well make this possible. Early child, take me home. Things early child, pick out some of the smaller evil. Chaiting Bin Shao worried woman will be destroyed. Female Shao said, there is no non-educate people. If I did not at fault, how can she be angry too? Chaiting Bin said, did not to tell her it's such a very aggressive person, not by reason of that can be touched. Shao woman said, I would have as their low status, concubines, and tortured. It should be otherwise. Spend money I bought the day before. How long can it? Chaiting Bin thinks she was right, but still undecided, resolved not dare go back. One day, Chaiting Bin something out. Shao Qing women were the maid put out, so that the servant drove old horse, an old pufu carrying luggage to follow, until they reached the residence of Kim. Kneeling on the ground in terms of what happened, Kim began to feel angry, then surrendered the initiative to come. Feel Shao woman can forgive. You see her dress simply, humility. Gas gradually subsided a little. Let the maid take Shao silk clothes for women to wear. Said, heartless people say bad things about me in front of everybody, so I carry a stigma. In fact, all men unjust. That girl is not some virtue, stimulated me to anger. You think about it. Carrying his wife and a separate family man, this pretty people do. Shao woman said, I watched. He seemed to have some regret, but refused to humbly admit nothing. As the saying goes, big versus not small. To Lily on his wife is like a son to her husband, who, like his father, to his wife concubine lady. If he is willing to be tolerant and considerate, grievances can be completely eliminated. Golden S said, he himself does not come. How do I do it? Let them arrange a room for the maid. Pufu Shao women, heart, although not happy, there is no anger. Chaiting Bin Shao heard the woman went home, both surprised and apprehension, thought it is like sheep into the tiger group. may destroy Shao woman had given horrendous, quickly ran back home. See home security Jingjing heart will settle down. Shao women go out to greet, advised him to go to the Kim house. Chaiting Bin pained. Shao female tears, he was slightly deaf ears. Shao woman went to see Kim, she said the musical has just come back, conscious no face to see his wife. Mrs. Past please give him a smile it. Kim refused to go. Shao woman said I have said, husband for his wife, just as his wife Mang Wong concubine for her husband courteous, and people thought it was not flattering. Why is because by birthright should do so, that Kim obeyed. See Chaiting Bin, Kim said you are Gayado Sankua, come back to do. Chaiting Bin bow in silence. Shao female nudged him, Chaiting Bin barely smiled. Kim's face was calm, and to go back into the room. Shao female pushed Chaiting Bin let him go along, and asked the cook to prepare food and wine. Since then, the couple has reconciled. Shao woman wearing a maid costume every morning to greet the husband and wife Kim, grooming them serve as maid, as it is respectful. Chaiting Bin Shao woman enter the room, Shao woman struggling to persuade him to go. 10 days before they agree to leave him one night. Kim also believes Shao very virtuous woman, but women feel inferior. Shao gradually became the hate from shame. Shao because women serve very thoughtful, could not find her fault, sometimes scolding a few words. Shao women are submissive. One night, Kim and Chaiting Bin bit small quarrel. The next morning when the toilet is still anger goes without. Shao woman holding her mirror accidentally dropped and broke. Kim even more angry, holding the hair, eyes stare very big. Shao women are afraid, flat on his knees, begging forgiveness. Kim needless to anger, beat dozens of female Shao whip. Chaiting Bin stand it no longer, angrily rushed into the house. The woman pulled out Shao, Kim nagging behind to catch up. Chaiting Bin furious, snatched the whip. Kim's face and body were drawn broken, only to pull back. Since then the couple is enemy general. Chaiting Bin Shao let women do not go to the house and then to Kim. Shao women do not listen. Morning, kneeling down before the line, waiting in the Guinness Book of Opulence. Kim beat his bed ridicule, not to come. Shao female. Kim teeth day and night, want to wait for a chance to go out. Chaiting Bin Shao female outlet. Chaiting Bin no Kim's idea, declined exchanges, not behind closed doors. Kim no alternative but to whip the other maid Pu every day, to vent their anger at the people cannot stand her abusive. Since Fuka Fan Mu and Chaiting Bin Shao women did not dare to live with Chaiting Bin had Gumian. Kim no, the mood is somewhat stable. Older quite a sly maid, and occasionally said something. Chaiting Bin, Kim suspected that she had an affair with Chaiting Bin, played exceptionally fierce. The maid often plays where no one, viciously cursing. One night, turned this maid serve Guinness sleep. Shao Chaiting Bin do not let this woman ask the maid, saying, the maid face murderous, motives and unpredictable. Chaiting Bin Shao woman listened, then called the maid to say fraud and asked what do you want? The maid was so startled speechless. Repartee. Chaiting Bin more skeptical, found her clothes, found a sharp knife, made nothing to say, just volts to die on the ground. Chaiting Bin fight her, Shao woman to stop, said him afraid his wife would hear, so the maid would have died. Her unforgivable sin of course, but better to sell her, not only saved her life, we can get the price itself. Chaiting Bin consent. Someone happened to buy a concubine, she hurried to sell. Kim and she did not discuss this thing, blame Chaiting Bin. Shao increasingly female anger, yelled more fiercely. Chaiting Bin Shao looking angrily at the woman said it's your own provoke. A few days ago she was killed, which would get like this today. Having turned away, Kim felt these words very strange, asked all the people around, no one knows. Women asked Shao. Shao women do not say. Kim and even more angry, pulled the skirt cursed. Then Chaiting Bin has returned, and told her the truth. Kim was shocked when the woman spoke to Shao, also more moderate, but inside they hate her child. Did not you say to yourself, Chaiting Bin, that the hatchet has been released, no longer beware. Chaiting Bin something happened to taking a trip. Kim called to reprove female. Shao said kill the owner of sin cannot be forgiven, you let go of her, she is the motive. Shao not find the right words between women rush to answer. Kim red-hot branding iron Shao woman face to destroy her looks. Housemaid Pu Fu feel injustice Shao women. Shao wail loudly every female servants cry together. He is willing to die on her behalf. Then Kim was not branded, and her ribs with a needle more than 20 times, just waved her away. Chaiting Bin back and saw burned Shao female face, furious to find Kim. Shao woman pulled his skirt, said I knew it was a fire pit, but deliberately jump inside of me to marry you. Do you think your home is heaven? I also see myself Ming Bao, so let God come to vent anger, nothing more peace of mind to endure, as well as the end if again violated, is to fill in the pit and dug also the wound coated with the drug, and after a few days just fine. One day in the mirror, suddenly said happily the husband should congratulate me today. She put my face that wrote unlucky branded lines broken. After Shao woman still, as always, sooner or later serve Guinness. See Kim when she branded Shao female, people were crying that he has become a loner, slightly apologetic meaning, often shouted Shao and her daughter work together, words and attitudes are relatively good. After a month, Kim had suddenly reigned true stomach illness, could not eat. Chaiting Bin early child she cannot wait to die, so I do not look at visual care. A few days later, Kim abdominal distension, such as drums, day and night sleep. Shao woman carefully serve, attend to eat and sleep. Kim is more moving. Shao women talked about some ways to treat the disease. Kim heart that the past is too cruel harsh treatment of women. Shao female suspect will be revenge, decline to heal her way to mention. Kim housekeeping are very strict man well and maid servants listen to her bundle, since she was sick in the future, and everyone lend sense and not good work. Chaiting Bin personally out of housework, very hard, and hometer salt eaten no. Thus the original butler's difficult to think of his wife. Dru shiking to Guinness to see a doctor. Kim told people he was suffering from a poison gas disease, so doctors diagnosed the troubles of the time, are said to be caused by qi. For a few doctors, to no avail, life and dying in. When the AOIAO, female Shao told Kim this kind of medicine, eat 100 is not useful, will only increase the disease. Kim does not believe. Shao woman secretly for the other herbs. Kim eat medicine, a meal 3 workers Fraser belly, like a disease. Kim more jokes Shao woman, then right, as though moaning like women shout Shao said. Female hua, now how Shao women and the maid were all laughing. Kim asked what laugh, female Shao was truthfully say. Kim said with tears I was such great kindness you today, but do not know from now on, things at home, all of you call the shots now. Soon, Kim's illness completely gone. Chaiting Bin hosted a dinner for her Hershey. Shao woman holding a jug standing next serve. Kim snatched up the jug, and took her own sit together, exceptionally friendly. Late at night, Shao female excused left the meeting. Kim let 2 maid pulled her back, and not let her live with yourself. Since then, something to discuss together, eat at a table, even closer than sisters. Soon, Shao girls a boy. Shao postpartum women often ill. Kim personally nursed back to health care, like take care of their mother. Later, Kim had chest pain disease, pain up his face or turned into paleness, simply do not want to live. Shao fired several women rushed to buy needles, buy back. Kim nearly gave up the ghost. According to Shao women quickly acupuncture treatment points, pain immediately stopped. After 10 days, Kim they fall ill, but also for her acupuncture Shao female, over 67 days disease relapse. Although Shao Dao Bing Chu, and will not have much pain, but the Guinness Book of Mind often uneasy, lest fall ill. One night, Kim came to a place in a dream, like a temple, the house of ghosts will move. God asked, you're too much Guinness you your sins, but also the number of life coming to an end you can read repent, so just a drop a little disaster, to show before you condemn the killing of the 2 concubines, this is there. As for the fate of retribution Shah, what she has sinned, but to suffer such a cruel do you treat whipped her punishment, she has signed up for Chaiting Bin, can offset you owe her a soldering iron and 213G, it has also reported a 3 bin, just a fraction, so expect to eliminate the root cause of it. Tomorrow what should fall ill, after Kim wake up very scared, but luckily hope that the nightmare will not become a reality. Sure enough, After dinner and the incidents of, and doubly painful, Shao women come with a needle prick, sick immediately better. Shao female puzzled and said my skills these, in addition to the root cause of how not to do please let me then moxibustion this disease is not necessarily a bad burn, I'm afraid his wife cannot stand. Kim recalls the dream god saying, therefore no face pained. However, groaning endure the pain when the heart meditation. Also owed 19 needle, I do not know what symptoms to become, as this time the pain suffered, in order to avoid future longer. HU burn, and Guinness requests Shao females Ashi acupuncture. Shao woman smiled and said, how can acupuncture lightly with it? Kim said do not press the point, but could you then tie 19 needle? Shao said with a smile women cannot do that. Kim strongly request, get up on his knees begging, Shao women still do not have the heart. Kim put the dream of real things to say so, Shao woman was pressing acupuncture points tie 19 needles. Since then, Kim is sick enough, really no recurrence. She deepened since the confession of evil servant no longer strict sound angry. Shao girl's son named K-Jun, extremely intelligent. Shao women often say this child has when Hanlin looks. When the age of 8 was seen as a prodigy, 15-year-old exams and scholars grant official Hanlin. At this time, Chaiting Bin 40 young couple, female Shao only 3 12 or 13. K-Jun homecoming, folks feel the glory. Shao woman since his father sold the girl, the family riches, but scholars are ashamed in his company, and this time, only the man in his dealings. Different she said cunning woman jealous, this is their nature, though Zuoki, but also to show off their beauty and wit, to increase the anger is his wife's. Ugh, the resulting disaster is if a wife can be content with their fate, hold their part, subject to any setback does not change the attitude, do not wreck knife penalty can increase the body too. As for Kim like this, I should have saved her life, she began to have repented performance. Ugh, such people pretty personal thing. God only according to her crimes punished in full, without increasing the punishment to pay more interest, this is a God forgive her. Look at those who love to others and quoted by evil, right and wrong yet not to. Some couples often see stupid sick all day, to find those ignorant witch doctor to heal, let him fire acupuncture did not dare moan, I feel very strange, Kim listened to something, they would understand how the story. There is a Fujianese married a concubine, his wife's room at night to go, afraid to leave immediately, pretending to take off your shoes to bed look. His wife said just go do a bumbling. The husband also pretending to look hesitant. His wife in his face Solomon said, I'm not jealous people, why should you make this look like this? Husband was away, his wife alone in the bedroom, tossing and turning, unable to sleep, so he got up, the concubine of room door eavesdropping. Concubine only vaguely hear the sound, but not hear, only Lang stop word, can roughly tell the difference. Lang's strike from Fujian province called for his father, wife listened a moment or so, a clot of phlegm coming in, writings collapsed to the floor, made a noise and hit his head on the door. Husband panic up, opened the door, a person zombie camel poured into the room. Concubine quickly called for a light, a photo, the original wife. Hurried up to help fill a few saliva. His wife opened his eyes just a little. They groaned whose Lang stopped to let you call. The jealousy is really funny.